Hello everyone, my name is Gyarados Gamber, and welcome back to Diablo 3 Necromancer beta tests. I opened up a Goblin Rift, well, a Whimsydale Rift, and I'm gonna say right now, I didn't want to encounter one of these during the PTR, because, for those of you who are not aware, you don't get to keep anything that goes on in a PTR test. But I felt this was a good opportunity to record the hilarity and torment if in case I did in fact end up in one of these rifts. And the main reason I don't want to be here is because there is a really, really rare pair of wings. And they only drop here in Whimsydale from a Rainbow Goblin. So I'm a little bit concerned that I'm going to encounter the boss that gives me the wings. I don't want to. I really don't. I'm almost to level 70. I'm pretty happy about that, but I really don't want to be in this place, but I'm doing it anyways because why the hell not? I mean, there's no reason not to. I mean, if I encounter the thing that I so am dreading, I'm going to be a little bit upset, but that's RNG for you. Blizzard games always seem to, I don't know, they always seem to be based around the golden carrot on a stick, or chasing the dragon, as it were. And those references basically mean that, hey, you're going to be doing this thing in hopes of getting something good. Ultimately, the game's going to screw you over. And that's what it feels like to me, at least. There are mechanics in place to... they call it the pity system. There's a pity system in this game where if you don't get enough rares or, like, upgrades, the game will purposefully drop upgrades for you. And that's kind of a shitty thing to some people, but at the same time it's fair. Just because I'm playing on a PTR account, which is brand new, it's like I just started playing Diablo, the pity system for this character is pretty freaking high. I've seen a lot of legendaries so far, and I'm a little bit upset that I'm here. But it's adorable. I love these riffs because of how silly they are. Makes you feel like the monster instead of the other way around. Are those skeleton teddy bears? Yeah, those are skeleton teddy bears. Look at that thing. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh, that's so cool. They actually put in, like, skeletal teddy bears. That's messed up. It doesn't appear that I can summon any ponies, though. That's a little bit upsetting. Come forward, skeletal teddy bears. Do my bidding for me, make me happy. I have switched up my build considerably in the past 10 levels. I went from getting another golem to getting rid of the golem for another golem, and then getting rid of the golem altogether. And then I was using bone spikes for a little bit. It's at that point when you get closer and closer to level 70 that the enemies become so strong. Oh, it's Evil Oliver. I think he shares the spawn with the creature that I'm worried about encountering, so I don't think I have to worry. But yeah, the game gets a little bit more difficult towards the end of where the game was originally supposed to leave off. Where it was originally supposed to leave off was level 60, and then, of course, Reaper of Souls came off. So you have 60 to 70, which is like an extreme grind. So everything is a little bit stronger. It takes longer to get those levels, but once you get to 70, everything becomes cake again until you start pushing the greater torments, and that's wonderful, but that's part of the game. Diablo is designed to be endless, and I like that, but at the same time, it's also a little bit infuriating at times. I think I'll give that to you. Yeah. Gave that to her because I don't necessarily need it. Okay. I don't know why I'm bothering putting, like... I don't know why I'm bothering. I shouldn't even bother with equipment, because when I get to 70, I get all that amazing equipment. Blackthorns. Beautiful. No one likes blackthorns. If you like blackthorns, I appreciate your ambitiousness. I appreciate the willpower that you have. Unfortunately, Blackthorns hasn't been updated since it was first released into the game, and that makes it a garbage item. Makes it a garbage item because there's no build that uses it. I mean, truth be told, with Blackthorns, you could make an incredibly tanky character. But tankiness doesn't win this game. Diablo is a game about either having a balance or just obliterating the enemy before they have a chance to do anything to you. In group play, you can definitely get away with being a full glass cannon. So when you have multiple people with you, you have that advantage. Let's pull over predators. I really am a monster this time around. I'm summoning all these undead horrors. I normally play a Crusader, so coming in here as a Necromancer really shines a light on the whole this happy world is getting ruined kind of situation. Happy clouds. Not just clouds, they're happy clouds. I like happy clouds. Oh, I can summon undead ponies. Okay. That's cool. That looks amazing. I like that. I kind of wish they'd given the Necromancer a mount so that they could have the skeletal horse, but it's cool enough just being able to summon it. Getting all these reagents. I really don't care too much about the reagents. I'm not really going to be using them. I want to get to 7. I want to experience the high-power builds. Revive is coming in handy. I changed up my build a bit at one point and I stopped using Revive, and I noticed a serious lack in damage. And that's just, even though I can't control the minions, when they do decide to hit someone, they do quite a lot of damage. So having them out is incredibly useful. I'm not sure if Revive is valid for the Bones of Rathma set. Maybe it is? I'm not sure. I'm curious. I would like to know if it works. Why do I even bother with the gems? It's not like I need them. And then again, you do kind of need gems, so I guess it's good to get them. Yeah, I do need gems because my stuff comes socketed, and I'm gonna want to actually fill it up with, you know, max level gems. Since this is a brand new character, I do not have access to the, I don't have access to all my other loot and things. You can copy your account over to the PTR, and I wasn't aware of that, but I kind of like playing this character completely fresh. And so far in this video series, I've gone from level 1 to 68, and I'm enjoying seeing the progression of the Necromancer. I'm enjoying seeing what I'm getting myself into, because otherwise I wouldn't know. Cream buff! Kill you, cream buff! Or destroy you. Yes, I've destroyed the cream puff. What an awesome name for a boss. In my opinion, it is. Oh, I scoured the entirety of that area, and there wasn't a single unique boss outside of Evil Oliver and Cream Puff. So, that was good. That was good. I didn't have to worry about getting the wings on an account I don't actually own. Okay, so I've started a rift here, and I'm getting very close to 70, which is good. Very good. we'll finally get to test out the Army of the Dead build. That's really the only one I'm not interested in at the moment. I don't dislike the Necromancer sets. I actually like all of them, but I've always been the kind of person that loves to see like a massive amount of controlled minions or just sheer raw power in the blink of an eye, and that's what Army of the Dead does. It summons like a wave of skeletons and undead to just maim your enemies while you have all these other minions being summoned in constantly. Again, people are calling it the minion build, and although it augments the damage of your minions, it also augments the damage of Army of the Dead, which is the real heavy-hitting ability. Your minions don't do nearly that much damage. It's just you happen to have your minions out all the time. You need minions to lower the cooldown of Army of the Dead. This is true, but I wouldn't say it's actually... The Bones of Wrath is not a true minion build. I mean, not the way that the Witch Doctor is. The Witch Doctor's minions, you have to let them do their own thing. You can't do much in the way of controlling them. And that's kind of the difference between a Necromancer and that. And the fact that you can control your most of your minions as a Necromancer, I think it takes away from the whole aspect of the true minion build, because the minions themselves that you control, the really useful ones, aren't very strong in comparison. In addition to that, the revived minions, yeah, I can have up to 10 of them, which is cool, but I can't control them. And they're less effective, it seems. Like, the revived minions are less effective than the Witch Doctor's minions. So the comparisons there, like when you say minion build, that's just people getting lazy and just calling it something that already exists, but in reality, the difference really is in function. So, I mean, I would say that the Bones of Wrath is more of an Army of the Dead build, because it utilizes everything that's good with that ultimate hard-hitting ability. It just makes it even stronger. But yeah, you do need the minions for the cooldown to work. Otherwise, it'll be at its flat cooldown percentage, which is easily done by having one group of command skeletons, since it gives you the most minions for the cheapest cost. And just by doing that, by pressing my 2 there, which is command skeletons, they all attack at once, so the cooldown gets dropped down drastically. I'm curious to see how it works in practice. I've only watched videos on it, and so far it's hard to tell what a build is capable of doing until you've used it yourself. I think Diablo is one of those games that is very unique in that respect. It's like, oh yeah, you've seen something in practice, but that doesn't mean you know how it works. I mean, maybe there's a stronger build than the Army of the Dead build, but from what it looks like, the Army of the Dead build is incredibly powerful. Just because it appears to... first of all, it uses one of the hardest hitting abilities Necromancer has, and the fact that cooldown keeps dropping rapidly, that seems like a winner in my book. But there are always tricks people use to get more DPS, more damage, make builds shine even better, improve upon builds. I'm not a theory crafter in any way. I do like to ponder about what an ability will do, what certain things will happen. Like, I've said I'm a strong advocate of trying to get a frost build in this game, because there's no real frost builds at all. And I'd like to see the Necromancer and the Wizard both get one. It's due time. Come to think of it, I don't think there's really much of a poison build either for Witch Doctors and now Necromancers. Unless there is one for the Necromancer. It's a new class, so there's opportunities for new builds to arise. God. Just murdered the crap out of him. Okay. Well, that was cool. We didn't get our level up, of course. I think the best way of doing that is to do a bounty. You get a little bit more experience by doing bounties, just because of the progression through the areas. Every time you do something, you get a bunch of experience. It's not better. I don't know why it says it's better. Why does it say it's better? Because critical hit chance, but it's technically not better in the long run. We're just going to be upgrading all this stuff anyways, so I'm finding picking up new loot kind of pointless at this time. Hey, Orc, how you doing? Yay! Okay. Let's move on over to... Let's go to West March. Might as well go to West March. I have all the bounties already. I'm just basically biding my time till I get to 70. Some minions. No. I'm finding myself using this Siphon Life power shift because it gives you increased damage the longer you start channeling. Now, there's only one issue with it, is that it's incredibly short range. And the bonus it gives you doesn't last very long either, but I wouldn't consider that much of a problem, considering through most of my rotation, my minions are just creaming the enemy. So despite not having the longest buff duration, during some point I'm at full stacks, like 10 right there. I was at 10 stacks, and that's the maximum. So I do end up getting full stacks, and my minions, are still running through and messing people up. Oh yeah, see, this is another reason you get a lot of experience, because you have these little events here. There we go. Okay. That got me a little bit extra experience, just by doing that. So that pushed us to the halfway mark of 69. Almost there. I always wondered why Blizzard stopped at level 70. I know it has something to do with stat inflation, but it's just a weird number. Like for the longest time, World of Warcraft, it was level 80. He stopped at level 80, and then of course, you know, they said, well, why don't we bring it to 100? I don't know what the level is at now. I don't know if there are any more levels in World of Warcraft. I could be mistaken. I haven't played that game in a while, but they haven't added new levels to Diablo, and I don't think they will. I would like to see it at least round out to like 80, but that'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of a drop back to the past. It's like, hey, yeah, welcome back to level 80, everyone. Now, I would like to see the levels go back up, if they could, at least to 100. But it might not happen. It might not happen because I, again, think the reason they did this was that item levels would have to increase to keep up with the enemies. And they figured 70 was a good enough dropping point. They didn't have to change too many stats too radically. Otherwise, you start seeing weapons drop with like 3,000 stat points. That would be amazing to see, but it would be kind of a hell to balance all those numbers. It really would. More so if you're trying to power level, because if you gave a level 1 character a level 100 weapon and it had like 3,000, 4,000 stat points on it, they'd be level 70 in a matter of like 10 minutes. And it is pretty easy to power level once you have a high level item and you give it to somebody using that gem, the Gem of Ease. The Gem of Ease basically allows you to put it when you get it maxed out, you put it in a weapon, and that weapon becomes a level 1, even though it is a level 70 or whatever. So you can give a low level something incredibly powerful to breeze through the levels. And I think maybe they just want to... I don't know, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, once you've already beaten the game, you've already beaten the game. You can't trade an item that has a legendary gem in it, so... What is the harm in that? I was going to make a point here, supporting Blizzard's decisions for... Yeah, no, I don't understand now. I don't understand. Why does the stat inflation matter? Stat inflation's already crazy high as it is. I keep accidentally pressing my 4 and my 3, and the reason for that is I'm used to playing my Crusader, and I have my mobility stuff on my 3. Sorry, on my 4. The 3 I normally use as a self-buff, so I'm not used to actually using it offensively as I am now. Or it could be that I'm still very, very lethargic from this weekend. It's literally what this entire Necromancer series has been. Garrett is sleepy and wants to play. I've just been playing this when I'm not playing Skyrim or State of Decay or any other games for that matter. Oh goodness. It's fun though. I like this character. I like what's happening with this character. Okay, I've got to go in that house. I kind of missed it. Stop turning into meat. It's not your job. Hey look, it's one of those rare scenarios where you fight human enemies in Diablo. Oh. That's like super rare. There are still items in the game that give you damage versus human beings. It's kind of pointless when you think about it. Okay, I think I've cleared the house. I've summoned a bunch of ravenous undead into the house, and nobody seems very happy about that, but whatever, they're gonna have to deal with it. Can we go? Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Thank you. I messed up. Maybe this build is not ideal, but it's been serving me quite well for the majority of my levels. And the little kid is hiding in the closet. Hey, look! Money and stuff. All your family treasures. Now mine. Thank you very much. We are so close to 70. I'm so excited about this. I'll probably be testing it out a little bit, and then I'll be ending the episode. Or I can make it a jumbo-sized episode. Who knows? Give me that death orb. Stop attacking me, damn it. Okay. Thank you. Gave me plenty of meat for my army. Damn. I like being able to freeze them with a button press. That's cool. Okay. There is another death prison somewhere nearby. I still feel the Necromancer would have been the perfect choice to add in Reaper of the Souls. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? In Reaper of Souls, like when it launched, instead of the Crusader, I felt the Necromancer would have been an appropriate character. No doubt they were thinking of putting the Necromancer back in the game. Because there were Necromancers that appear on occasion, and they had unique abilities, and they would be in like quest events. It would be cool to have seen the Necromancer class come out then. But at the same time, it's a class that they know everybody wanted, and they probably wouldn't have bought the DLC just for the old class that they wanted. Having a new class like the Crusader, it's like, oh yeah, that's cool, but they were buying it not for the class, they were buying it for the expansion. Maybe bringing back the Necromancer would have been kind of, I don't know, sour taste in their mouths. Hey, I reached 70, cool. Maybe it would have been like leaving a sour taste. Because it's like, haha, whole death expansion. Ah, now you get this character. Ah, we don't have to build anything new into the game after this. Everyone wants the Necromancer. Okay. I got transmogs, apparently. Oh, I beat the, No, did I? Yeah, I think I beat the Season Journey. Cool. Okay. I don't remember actually having done everything for the Season Journey, but apparently I did. That's fine. drop that off. Equip all of our shiny new armor and weapons. Oh my god. It looks amazing. Okay. So, first and foremost, we're gonna have to get Kanai's Cube. I just realized I don't have Kanai's Cube. We need to get Kanai's Cube. I think that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go get Kanai's Cube, and that will allow me the ability to meld some stuff into my equipment. Might as well give ourselves some more damage, because why not? Nope. Okay, and put a cooldown gem there. Ourselves resistance to elements. Okay, we're looking pretty friggin' cool. We just got a whole bunch of our final abilities, our final spells. We're going to get Army of the Dead, because obviously that's where it's at. We don't need Unconventional Warfare anymore, because that has... we have that now. We have that automatically by having these two things. So... Skeletal Mage... We have to keep Skeletal Mage. That's the best thing we can do. Singularity is incredibly powerful, but the issue with that is that... The issue with Singularity is that it drains all of our essence, and we're going to need multiple Skeletal Mages to get the bonus off of our armor. Yeah, I think the best is Contamination. I mean, Gift of Death is pretty good, but so far it appears Contamination is the best of the abilities. Dead Storm surrounds me. That's for melee. This one is pretty good because it goes in a line, and it goes a little bit further out than the normal Army of the Dead, but... Skeleton Hands... I think this one might be the best. I'm not sure. Outside of the Frost one. We're gonna try this. We have Frailty. See, I don't think Frailty... I don't know if Frailty is actually good for this build, though. That's what I'm curious about. I mean, yeah, I can increase the damage they take from my minions, and they die within 15% of their health threshold. Smelgrum. 20 seconds. I have nothing to drop that cooldown, though, unfortunately. We don't need Blood Rush at the moment. I don't know if Revive would be good or not. Okay, well, let's see what we got for our final skill. 100%, the ability cooldown's reduced. Yeah, no. You cannot lose life for 4 seconds after using Land of the Dead, Army of the Dead, or Simulacrum. Now, I heard somewhere this isn't as good as it sounds, but at the same time, it is fairly good. I don't have to worry too much about Final Service. We're on a low Torment... We're not even on a Torment level at the moment. I probably should bump it up. You know, I think we will, but I'll give myself Rathma's Shield for now and see how I do with that. I don't know if the max essence really matters with this build. That's my issue. Looks amazing. And I like how they threw in the old-fashioned Diablo 2 bone shield armor artwork. It's pretty cool. I like that. What do I have for transmogs? Sword. Pick. Mace. Another scythe. Shiny scythe. Sword. Another scythe. Another scythe. Crown. Yeah, I think I'll just keep it default for now. So what I'm doing here is I bought all the legendaries. That was weird. That one was like invisible for a moment. The fuck? Huh? Why is that one different? What? Damage reduction. Why is this one different? That's weird. Is this new, or are they taking it out of the game? I don't know. That's weird. No, I've seen that before, though. I have seen that. I just don't remember it being a black background. That's weird. Bone Spikes, Bone Spear, Bone Spirit, Uncursed. Pull to the target location when a curse is applied to him. You now raise an additional Skeletal Mage with each cast, and they last for an additional 4 seconds. This is absolutely necessary for this build. I can't even state how necessary that is, because every Skeletal Mage increases our damage. Plus, they count as a minion when I summon them, so they also reduce cooldown every time they attack. And they last 4 additional seconds, which is really good. Maximum stacks of bone armor. Simulacrum now drains 12% of your maximum up every second, lasts twice as long. Each corpse consumed increases your damage by 10% for 9 seconds after it ends. Land of the Dead. I mean, this one and Land of the Dead appear to be really powerful, but the problem is their cooldown. I would like to mix the two if I could. So if there's a way to do that, I definitely want to jump on board. But I'm not sure how I'd go about doing that. Like, mixing that and getting cooldown reduction. Okay, I would definitely need the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac to do that. So that might be our next ring we get, is an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. So every time I use an ability, i.e. Skeletal Mage, it's going to drop our cooldown. I'm thinking this out in my head. Every time I use that, that would also do it. I don't think we need Frailty. I think we need Land of the Dead now. Land of the Dead. We're healed. Your skills do not cost essence when Land of the Dead is active. Every 10 enemies killed extends the duration. That doesn't really matter considering we can't move Land of the Dead. Okay, so we pop that, and we can just blow all of our Skeletal Mage skills with impunity. And we can command our skeletons. We have Devour, which will increase all that. Very interesting stuff. The question is Siphon Blood even still applicable? Do we even need Siphon? Do we need a generator at all with this build? Rip bones from nearby enemies. Bone armor. Simulacrum. See, I would love to make Simulacrum work with this, because it doubles all of our skills as we use them. We could command a golem. If we used command golem... Hear me out. If we use command golem, that's an extra minion. Plus we can create... you know, without the cooldown reduction. I'm just going to go with what I have. We're going to head over to Runes of Sescheron here. Try to get ourselves what we need. We'll try to. We will get it. There's no way I can die now with this equipment on this level of difficulty. But we need a... I think we need an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. That's going to give us extra buff there. I rolled okay, I guess. Go. So we're in Land of the Dead. And that was some crazy damage. Probably a waste of an ability there, but trying to test it out, seeing what happens. You know, I have Paragon points, thank you for letting me know. I thought I turned tutorials off. I thought so. Oh my god. I can just see my damage increasing. Oh no, that's reduced damage. I can't see the damage increasing, but it does increase. Let's help this guy. Come with me if you want to live. Watch this. Ooh! It's kind of a shame. Everything's already dead. Damn it. Yeah, I'm barely using my generator. I'm not sure it's even required for this, so I'm a little bit confused. Okay, interesting note. Every point in your maximum essence for your Paragon puts a flat 1% each point into maximum essence, which is really good because, again, the Necromancer doesn't regenerate their resource. So I'll have 309. No, I won't have 309. I'll have 300 essence when this is done. So that's, I'd say that's pretty fair. That's nice. That makes that incredibly valuable. So you really, really want to put points into that early. I'm going to go for cooldown reduction. I normally go for crit hit damage, but I think the cooldown reduction is going to come in handy more than anything else. Resource cost reduction too is going to help out. So being able to drop the cost of everything that I have over time is going to be more worth it than any of the other points I could have spent. I still feel I might need the Golem. Just because... I don't know. I mean, our primary damage is going to come from the Skeletal Mages and the Land of the Dead. Yeah, I think I'll switch it out for Golem. First of all, we're going to move this to Devour. Nope, I can't because I'm silly. Okay, let's move Devour out for Golem. Flesh Golem. Yes. And then let's switch this out to Devour. I can't assign that to that slot. Well, that's a little infuriating. I'm gonna have to play really weird here. Stabilize. Reduces all essence cost. Aura. I think the Aura is probably a little better in this regard. Switch that up for Golem. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. I really could just run to the exit because of how weak these enemies are. Get him! Oh my god. increased. That was nice. The problem is with it on my primary mouse click, Golem keeps sacrificing himself. Doesn't matter what skill I put there, I'm going to be using it no matter what. God, this is crazy. Yeah, I really need that ring of the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, because without it, this is problematic to some degree. Stop by this little cursed chest here. I wanted its loot. Thank you for all this stuff. Right. Need that helmet. Oh, stop. Only putting Liark's crown here because I don't have Tasker and Theo, which I'm thinking would be the best power you could possibly have in the cube. Tasker and Theo, for those of you who are not aware, is a set of gloves that increases your attack speed for your minions. So that includes the golem, that includes the skeletons. Anything that's a minion gets that bonus. I don't know why I'm saving gems. Most of them are useless, but... Okay, enough of your life story, Sultan Cool. So, I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to jump up the difficulty and try to do a Greater Rift at some point. Without the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, it's problematic with Land of the Dead. I want Land of the Dead to... See, I don't even know if that's really good with this build. I'm assuming it can be, because I'm using this and I don't use Essence while it's active. So for that short duration, I'm able to cast as many Skeletal Mages as I want. I'm able to command my Skeletons to attack as much as I want. Don't know if this is the best thing to have at the moment, but this increases my damage by 10% for each corpse. So on top of all that damage we're getting an additional buff, and that lasts for 9 seconds. It can last maximum of 10, which is great, but for now, we'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. Have a great night.